Whoa, bitch, I'm a ghost.
Tell me you can walk into that rock. I can't believe it. Do you know that I've filmed rocks like that and walked over to them, like from 3 miles away, and that wasn't, the entrance isn't there anymore? See, I'm not buying it. I know where I am, so I don't buy it. That looks like a hut to me. It looks like a way in. Remember, if you're new, that doesn't mean they go in there and sit there. It's how they come here. Look at that, you guys. Okay, they're all over. This is nothing. They're all hidden. Okay, so anytime you see a rock like that, look at it. Take a look. Don't write things off. You're Look, man, you guys, you gotta understand the mistakes you've made, and that is allowing any thought process, not just in this subject, in anything humans do, of keeping those thoughts within the boundaries that we were taught.
A triangle. Amazing.
Inside of our common sense and logic. If you've processed any knowledge, and you want to know anything about this earth, and you try to process it within, I don't care if it's our elections, if it's anything. If you try to process that within logic and common sense, you're going to be wrong every time, okay? That's why I watch both parties arguing with each other. I'm sitting back and I'm like, oh my God, the things that I know. They're both completely wrong and are both willing to kill each other and die for their beliefs right now. All based on something they watched on TV. That's the only reason you know anything, is because you saw it on Facebook or on TV. Just process it, guys. Don't get angry at me. Process my information. You will see that I'm right. I never say anything on here that I'm not right about. Why? Because I don't want to be wrong about it.
When I'm making these videos, I love cutting myself off. It's so fun. Just like shutting me up.
Later. I want to be right. I want, when they look back at us, and we're the most famous people to ever exist because we knew this when everyone else. I want to be right about everything. Showed you this. Ooh, look, they added more. Look, it's right in front of it. There's a chair there, and it's right in front of it. They did it. You can tell. People like bushcraft or this. I can read every stick. It's my life. If I can't by now, I'm not doing my job. Okay, they don't change it. It's always the same. Look at the X. They literally added an X to it. And then they put the ends on it. I don't know how often I've shown it without that, but all this just changed. And then of course they mark it right there with the doubles, the walkway structure I call it. And it's rare to see it up like that. It's not rare actually, but you just see it more on the ground. What is that? It's 42 degrees and there's some happy bird out there. Or, I don't know what it is. It's gorgeous, isn't it? It's hard to tell by looking that it's 42. It's so beautiful today. I was thinking about exactly this time last year, right? Within a few weeks or so. Maybe it's the same day, I don't even know. But it was like one of the last videos I did before the snow came, so it might not be quite a year. It might be like in the next few weeks. I went up and did this thing around that rock. This whole video, they were all there. It was the craziest thing. I just wouldn't think it, you know? They did that recently. I wouldn't think it. So let's go. We got no snow. This is great. There's snow right up the road. But this is a really fun area, like an area I love. And I haven't quite figured it out, you know? It's weird here. You know, there's a couple that look, most of them look like what I'm used to seeing, but, you know, I filmed like a lobster man. He had like claws. You guys, I saw this guy in his magic. I was seeing this with my eyes. And then across the street, at the beginning of this year, I filmed what I called the Jack in the Box. He's coming out of a box. His face looks a little bit like a court gesture. I call it like a clown. And then on the box itself has X's and stuff all over it. So I'm thinking to myself, so Jack in the Boxes are real? Like, what the is going on here? Like, I see, you guys, I have the footage. It's amazing. There's no denying the footage, plus of all the other ones around it. It was incredible. That happened right up there, right up on the top of that mountain. While I was zooming, I walked in across the river and then I zoomed up there. So here is where it gets interesting. This time of year, these guys, the snow hardly sticks, and they seem to be all the rock ones are all around. There's the rock there. Never how that just appeared. When I first started coming up here, that wasn't there. I probably have footage of that spot, but I couldn't show it to you because I would never be able to find it, and I didn't know, you know, so it would have just been like this. I'd have to go through, you know, days of footage to find it. But so that I say in every video, so you should believe me. It just appeared stacked up one day. I was like, oh my God. So were these spots always important and now they're just making them obvious, or, you know, are these guys all just getting here recently, like whatever we're investigating, you know, because Bigfoot's been a thing for a long time now. This is last year on a similar zoom within 20 or 30 feet or so. Notice the X and the rocks he's in. You guys forgive me, I don't have my headset plugged in, but look at this ball. I mean, based on what I have filmed here, it has to be something to do with them. Technology, possibly. You guys, look at that round object again. Believe it or not, I think it's an eyeball. Over YouTube, you're going to think I'm crazy, but I can see it here. That's like, there's all kinds of beings there. A long time, you guys. Before us, too, like, it's been a thing, you know, since the beginning of time, actually. Well, since the beginning of, like, our books and stuff like that. You know, it's always been a thing, you know. Let me just stop, let this car go by. Yeah. Let me get a close look at that. The cars, I'm surprised to see him here today. You guys, last year, remember, on the other side of that big boulder, inside another little cave, I filmed this little alien dude, like a baby. Lobster man, that little baby, and this guy all at the same time. This guy is very close to the baby. There it is. Now, do I go up and walk around today, or do I go try to do something else? Because it's really good, like the terrain. Like I can. Another car. Oh, they're hunters. Kills me. Stuff like that. In fact, it happened to me right there. At the beginning of this year, he was right underneath one of those. What is that black thing coming? Like, what would be black in between those two logs? Notice the white invisible X that you can see. And then, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this on YouTube. There's two eyeballs
There's a whole bunch of them, but you can see the whites of his eyes, and he looks over. I see this all the time when they're looking a certain way. There's a whole bunch of them. Whenever there's a symmetrical white X like that, you never have to question it. Not to mention, I'm very familiar with this place.
It could just be bark or something, but I'm always suspicious on their structures. You know why? It's not because I want it to be. It's because they trick us so much. So if I'm not suspicious of everything I see, I'm beat. They got me. You know what I mean? Especially these guys, because they don't make a lot of noise, and they seem to be really interested in me coming in there, but not like there's a difference. Like, I see the way some of them act, and there's always a difference. Like, you know, you can basically sense the different personalities, I think, is the best way I can put it, in different places and different beings, and maybe even, I think there's a set of rules. Just like us, right? We have our federal rules, and then the state alters them all, right? Or adds, or, you know, whatever it is, or even takes away. Like, marijuana is not federally legal anywhere, as far as I'm concerned. It's completely not 100% legal. It's only state, you know, which it makes it legal. You're not going to get in trouble, but the feds, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but the feds still have not legalize marijuana, as far as I know. That's why, like, you know, you still technically can't smoke pot anywhere. You're supposed to, you can only smoke it, at least in Colorado, you can only smoke pot in the comfort of your own home legally. You're not allowed to smoke it skiing. You're not, like, now I know you will probably, because you guys are mental patients, but I'm just teasing, but just in case you questioned where I was zooming. You know, but technically it's illegal. Like, you could be arrested for it, you know. I recommend to people that like to smoke pot skiing on their ski lift, because it is kind of fun. I did it when I was a kid. I'm not gonna, that was the most fun part about it. So what you always want to do is, you know, especially if you're an adult now doing it, is be courteous. Look behind you on the lift. Make sure there's not a dad with a little kid. Don't put a dad in a position that he doesn't want to be in. Check this spot out. It never changes. Like, it does, like, they add stuff on, but no matter what, the main structure stays up. So the reason I'm coming in here, because I think I was here, I don't know if I came in here this season or not. I know I did it last year, but because I never go any further, so I figured I'd take a walk further and see what's going on. Like, let's actually go in the forest, like, really far. I got, this is a special standalone spot that's connected to a giant Dogman world, and right next to the Dogman world is this Bigfoot world. It's a crazy thing. That's how I break it down anyway, because I filmed them all. And when the Dogman, man, those guys just standing there at this peak way up top with this whole crew just staring at me. I was like, oh no. Because believe me, I do get it from their point of view. Like, I think the most a person could. Like, I don't know if I'm right, but I can sort of pretend what it would be like and what you might think of a person, because we're so idiotic. You know, as a whole, you know, we're idiotic. You can't just look at yourself. You got to put us all together as one. Can you imagine 8 billion people as one? Oh, there's a beautiful deer right there. Oh, come on, baby. Where are you? Where'd you go? She's right behind. It's a doe. Just one. Look at that tree she's behind. The field goals. So this spot's amazing. So they did all this. So when I found that years and years ago, right? 4 or 5 years ago I found that. I realized I've been here for 7 years or 8 years. I was like, oh my God, I always say 4 or 5 years. So if you ever hear me, I'm like, yeah, 4 years ago. And I'm like, I realize it's like 6 years ago. I was like, oh man, I don't want time to go so fast, you guys. There's where she was sitting right there. That's a deer, and I bet you $1 million. You see how it's long? There's her poop. It's long. You can always tell what a deer is versus their seats. You know. Look at the ground here. It's an amazing thing. I caught them. They were all like right here. Last time I was here, they were like right in here somewhere. Faces coming out of the ground. Amazing thing. Look at that tree, you guys. I don't know if I'll go over there or not, but you see that tree I said that was field gold? It's all being held up by these bends that were put there to make it perfect. It's something they do everywhere. right, so if this isn't that exciting, I apologize, because I don't know what's going to happen, but I really wanted to take a look around this thing. I've never done it. This is all structures. Look at that, you guys. Chris Kramer, thanks for doing that, the post for me. I feel bad. I feel so embarrassed because, like, Mark needs help. I only saw a little bit of it. And already on PayPal, I think it was just 2 people, but just those 2 people responded to that post, and that was very nice of you. So thank you guys. I'll thank you, personally. But look at that. Kelly. Of course, Kelly Ross. Kelly Ross is coming out here next year. I think she's coming by herself because her husband is, there she goes. Totally not a believer. Which I told Kelly, I was like, don't worry about it. She's like, I think it has stressed her out at times about it. She's like, no, really, it's real. And, I think she said she showed him a picture. She's like, what do you say? And he'll say nothing. Like, but right away, and kind of like in a bad mood. And I get that a lot. It's, you've heard me say things about the couples that I have that are together in this, which is a rare thing. I really get a divide of people. It's the husband or the wife. Typically one or the other. Now, I do have quite a few husband and wife teams and girlfriend and boyfriends, but they far are outweighed by, split people. And then the other half always gets, upset about it. Like they can't just be cool. Like they're always, it makes them angry, or whatever the reason. Like they refuse to look and think they know everything. I'm not talking about Ron Kelly. I'm just using him as an example. It's, a lot of people I know too. My family's, you think, because I do this, my whole family just jumped on board? They don't even know. The master, unbelievable places are up in here, okay? It gets deeper and deeper with snow as we go up the mountain. So I probably won't walk up it today, but look at the base of it. I'm going to show you a trident that is not possible unless it was made, okay? So before I show it to you, notice there's a black X right there. Oh, it's over there somewhere. And then the triangle type leaner, right, that's just stuck in the ground. Watch this. If that's not the most blatant thing you've ever seen, I don't know what could possibly be. Look at that. Okay, over. This thing goes in. Look at the ground. It's all ground structure. It's all system. I'm at the Dogman area. How do I know? I just know. Okay, first of all, I've been going through all kinds of footprints. But I said I'm not going to show them to you unless there's toes, but I'll show them to you anyway. So here's one. I've been following them. They're real footprints. They're smaller than mine, like big time smaller. It's not a shoe, okay? I've seen 50 of them, and they're all going this way, the opposite way of me. See if we can get another one. Again, it looks like it was happening while it was snowing. I see that a lot for some reason. You can see as I get higher, it's snowed a little bit more. What is that? What am I seeing that? Anyway, this thing comes across and I'm inside. Oh, they're here. I've been whistling up there. There's all kinds of noises up there. I lost my footprints. This has never been here before. I haven't been over here in a couple of years now. Look at the three. I'm right below the main worlds now. I'm almost directly below both of them at the same time. So I'm trying to consider whether I should just take a quick walk over there. I think I am, or up there, I should say. I definitely have footprints scattered around. They're you can see, I mean, they're not an accident. They're not hunters either. People don't hunt in here. It's one of the reasons I come in. I know where they all go. That's the good news. The hunters can't be within 10 miles of me at the closest. And if one's closer, guess what? He will become the huntee. I don't want anyone near my Bigfoot worlds with a rifle. Not that they could hurt. I'm not worried about my guys. I'm worried about the lack of respect. And I'm tired of the view of humans that they have. You know, I want to show them that there's people that are different. And normally I'm wrong. You know, that's the thing. I have so much hope for everyone, and people, no matter what, they let you down, you know. All right, I've been really walking uphill, as you could probably hear. There's one of their I was wrong. I wasn't quite under it yet. Now I am. Should I go to their special spot over there? Believe me, they're here. The jays came in. They're right in that tree right there. Believe me, the jays will never come over to you, the mountain jays, unless they're here. That's how they trust you. So I'm going the right place. The fact that the jays are there, right in front of the world, they're not anywhere else, but in front of the two worlds that are next to each other. All right, I wasn't gonna go because it's so hard. Here they come. Oh, there's deer up there too. I don't know if you can see them, but there's a bunch of deer right behind the jays. I'll tell you guys, let me know if I'm not the only one that doesn't get suspicious about the deer around them. It's so deceiving. You know, oh, it's just over there, Mark. Yeah, it's not just over there ever. Hardly. Sometimes it's just over there. Why are the jays circling around me? I keep missing the flights. They're all around me in a circle. They haven't made a noise back to me, which is weird. So you go through that, okay? There's this giant valley. As you can see, it's kind of nothing. It goes all the way up the mountain. Even though it looks like it's covered or not, it's not. It zigzags through. Dogman, Bigfoot. World of. So with them comes many of other beings. Now, are all the beings with the Bigfoot different than the beings with the Dogman? I don't know. I just have no idea. I don't think so. I can settle another myth too. Constantly, you hear about how Dogmen don't get along with Bigfoot. Okay? That kind of stuff, guys, would have to be a case-to-case basis. It's not all Bigfoot that don't get along with all the... It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. And again, you're listening to human gossip. You're listening to human made-up bullshit. Brutal. Got a lot more snow now. It's not a lot of snow, but it make enough to make it hard. They did this since last time I was here. I'm glad it came up because that's nothing and that's really pretty. There's an amazing spot. Look at it. It's where their rocks are. They have like a mine there. Look at the structure on it, guys. It's amazing. We're gonna go over there. That structure's in the neutral land. I consider that the neutral spot. And I could be completely wrong about the two different worlds, but after doing both of them, that's how I see it. The timestamps have been outstanding in here. Again, never did I think I was gonna end up here today. All right, so bear with me. It should be really pretty. And I'm curious to see if I don't see anything with my eyes, if you guys will. They've had all the time in the world to disappear. So if I see anything, you know, that's how you know. Because the times I've seen something, I've been there for hours already. I didn't have to see it. They really make few mistakes that way. Let me catch my breath and then I'll turn it back on. Wow. You guys, it's changed so much I can't even walk in here now. I prefer it no snow, but why not do one video with the structures in the snow? I was here in the early spring one year. It was just like this. Holy sh! Oh my God. And I would have sworn they weren't here yet. All right. Let's just take a look. I'm not gonna make this some 2-hour video. I just want to take a look. You guys, it's completely changed. I mean, it was amazing. There used to be one spot here, one amazing spot of seats right here, which might still be there. I don't know, but they've put so much more stuff on it. It's incredible. I think, hey Eileen, remember the circle? That might have been it. There was a perfect circle here, and now it's not there. I think it broke. You guys, look, I can't go where I'm supposed to go. Look, without like breaking things. Hold on. Can't see them all because it's been at least 2 years since I've been here. That's where the seats are, right in there. There's the master seat where I did the video from is way up there. I'm hoping to zoom at it before it's all over. You guys, they've pushed it out further. Like, they did nothing in this part of the forest before it ended, and now it's all here. I don't know why. The expansions, X's. That's why I want to keep this video short. It's mostly for the pretty. I just want to show you, like, I'm trying to find something cool that looks cool in the snow. Look at this spot. This snow is just from now, so, well, from last night. It's like it just stopped snowing. Oh yeah, that's the biggest teepee structure in the world up there. In the world. I'm not kidding. Where is it? This is cool. This is what I wanted with the snow on it. Give me a second. All right. Now I've gotten far enough up here where it's about 32. It's pretty cold. What a difference. Just from here to going back down there. It's so beautiful down there. And here is winter. I don't know. This is where I'm lost. I swear I got something walking right here. They walk right through there. Look at the giant teepee structure. Oh, come on, son. Like I literally meant the sun. Look at that world. I'm telling you, they're walking right here. They're very limited. I want to make it very clear to you that in the snow, look, it's been moved today. They're big. They don't just go running all around. Everything's a plan. Everything is executed the way they were taught it to be, as far as I can see. One more look at this. Let's get out of here. Whew. Man, I would not want to live up in these forests in the winter. It's a cold that, you guys, it's not even probably 32. It's probably like 36 here, I'm guessing. Look how all that meets. All that meets up there. Real green up there too, which is amazing. Lots of sun probably. You know, being that it's all I know pines are pretty hardy, but being that it's all tied up like that, you figure maybe it would kill it eventually. Yeah, so the Bigfoot seat's right there. I almost forgot to mention. So right behind that is one of the coolest seats you'll ever see. I did it. You can look at it if you want. It's called a whole video from a Bigfoot seat. It's right behind that tree, so it's like right up there. It's amazing, you guys. If I could get there, I'd go see if it's been touched. This place is different. They don't really do anything with me here. They just stare at, look at the X, you guys. It's a giant X, right? Let's try it. That was not there when I came here last time. You go down there, that's where they are. You get out of the snow and out of that world, and you go to their X's and places like that. And that's where they'll be. Look at this, you guys. Oh, there's a whole thing missing now. Oh, let's go over there. Check this out. Now, this is right across. I showed you that, see, when I first walked in, right? They did that since last time. And look, you guys, they literally, this is why I know it's a quarry, have been digging in the stones. Look how it's boxed off, right? It's all their system and language, okay? If you're new and questioning anything, feel really dumb. Right here, no, I'm just kidding. Just listen. Accept all of the information. Never deny it. I'll never tell you something that's not true, okay? You know, one of the things in doing this I've realized, and sorry to go off topic, is, because I feel zapped, is, look at that, they've dug into the stones, you guys. That's a dug hole of stones, way up in a mountain where no person probably has ever really been. Oh, they are still there, okay. That's what I was missing. I couldn't remember what it was, but I was gonna be like, listen, you guys, there was something so blatant on the other side of the tree and it's not there anymore. But it is there. And it is blatant, right? I wouldn't have been lying. Look at that. You know what makes that so blatant? That. Why this tree? Why in the middle of what I call two worlds? Directly in the middle. Bigfoot, Dogman. X's over dug quarries of rock. And then they'll take the rock they want, and they place it on their seat or near a structure. For what reason, I'll never know. I'll just never know it. I might. Loveland's the place for that. It's been a long time. There they only do it with quartz, which makes it, 100%. There's no argument. You cannot, when you go to a base of an X and there's a piece of quartz at each base, just placed there 1,000 times throughout the forest. There's not a cord in the land that could say a word, even if they were told, like, listen, you can't let these guys get through, blah, blah, blah. There's nothing they could say, because it's so, I have evidence that succeeds, the combination of it, anybody on the earth. And then if you add in my friends, and they're really my friends, okay? If you add in Diesel and Bronzini and Sasquatch Cece and John Guy and all the others, because I feel like they're me. I feel like I'm them. We're all together. We're a team. Anything we do is together. And that might sound corny or cliche, but that's the way it is. And you don't like it? What are you going to do about it? Exactly. Nothing. I'm just kidding anyway. I can turn off your channel. Go ahead. No one cares. What went on here? Ooh, something happened here. That's so weird. You guys, I'm not kidding. Look how everything got thrown or something, right? That was a snowball. You can see where it got stopped. Snowball. Sorry, it's my shower. There's no prints or anything leading to it. And I just have this weirdness. There is kind of a print on the side. Like claws or something. Right? The dirt got kicked. The snow got kicked. You can see it got kicked and then stopped. It must have been melting. Look at the X in the tree. I love this place. And the Dogman was right up there. He was right up there. There's this platform you can see. I think you have to be back there to see it. I look right up. I see him with my own eyes. He's just standing there with his arms crossed, looking right at me. And then I zoom up there, and you can see them all. They're all there around the master dude. That's how I know, you guys. I've had too many experiences. Fact check me later when this all comes out. You'll see that there is leaders. There is ones that they look to. Now, the leaders say, no, we're all the same, blah, 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 blah. Just like Donald Trump or Biden might say to you, but he knows he's not the same. They're just like us that way. It's amazing. The platform's right there. I just noticed this with my eyes. Here, hold on. Let me go with my eyepiece.
You guys, I have an audio problem here, but I'm literally talking about these guys, and I'm going to take the zoom that I usually take further back. It's at least worth looking at, and then of course there's a little white eye involved, so it's worth looking at least. So no sound just for a second. I'm not going to bother putting music in.
You get in here and it's like dry as a bone. There's the X. This is all in front of their world. I don't know how much this guy likes me. I really don't. I go to the top of his world too. Look at that. This is this Dogman world. He's just, I wish I could show you. He's just sitting there with his arms crossed. Standing there in the open, just looking at me. You know, but always at a distance. They'll never do that right there. If one does it right there, I should probably say this, I've said it before, because I don't know. You know, I've been that close with them, but it wasn't like a standoff. It was a very good thing. But if you'd ever have, like, one stepped out from a tree and he's just staring at you and doesn't look happy, my advice, this is important advice because, well, first of all, most of you will never need to use that because you may not be in that position. But if you were, this advice will be invaluable to you. Okay, the second don't hesitate, don't make a face, don't scream, don't be scared. How is that going to change anything? Okay, don't be a psycho human. Okay, because we're sick of humans. Oh my God, I had the most horrible experience in the forest. There was a creature and he looked at me. I was like, yes, I was so scared. I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, so what was horrible? You know what I mean? She's watching too many movies. That's the problem, guys. With people. You have all this information that's false, that's useless. If you think that something lives out here, it has to be evil, or it has to be this, or if it's not us, it's this, or it can't live if it doesn't fall within our guidelines. Nothing can live on Mars because they can't breathe there. Nothing can. It's an amazing. These are Harvard graduates. Are the dumbest people on this earth. Isn't that crazy? Because everything they could still be the smartest, but everything they know is all bullshit. Okay? I'm not talking about law. That's all made up. Okay? Law is, you can be good at that stuff because why? It's all designed by us. These are all things that we did. We made up law. So, at least I think we did. And, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the earth. Okay? Not things that we built, like a doctor or an earth or, things like that. Yeah, you're smart that way, but when it comes to anything else, you're the biggest idiot to ever exist. What do you think about that? And what are you going to do about it? Because that's where I was way up there. It's hard to film in between dip because I have to go down to this gully and it's definitely two hands. Now, this is right out in front of it, right? The two worlds is all connected and all worked all in front of those worlds in this open forest. And I know it's so they can be here. You gotta be careful with these wire. I just got hung up. You could really hurt yourself with these wire things. You gotta be really careful. When they're working, great. But if you ride a motorcycle or you're doing dangerous trekking, you gotta be really careful because there's no give on that wire. If it hooks up, you're going down. More of these footprints. It's not deer. I can tell you that. He goes, I've seen about 50 of them today. Just, there's no toes or anything, because wherever stepped there, it melted anything inside. But I guarantee you there was toes there. Like this morning or something. The sun is hitting it pretty good. See, as you get down here, it's much more. It's a dramatic temperature change. But anyway, so I'm still talking because I want to show you what it's like in front of their thing. Remember, no deadfall. So anyone that was thinking deadfall, your brain is the only deadfall. Okay. Every tree I've shown you on the ground has been put there and brought there from somewhere else. They don't have stumps and did not grow there. The trees that grew here are all still growing here. Okay. So they come through here and do all this. Giant teepee structure right there. So they can be out of there. So we think that's where they are. I should say, I think that's where they always are, but they're not. I can't explain, here, there's big footprints again, why, and how, but there's like these main areas, and then you have the property. That's how I look at it, because I don't know how else to do it. And this is the property out front. You can see how far I have to go. It's way in there. That's why I kept on the way here. I don't know if I'll put the video clips on, but on the way walking up, I'm like, I don't know if I should go up there. But really, I'm just thinking about how hard it is. Well, mostly because of the snow. I don't mind hard. One thing I've learned in this, and I think you can apply it to everything in life. If you don't try hard in this or any subject, even if a subject comes easy to you, there's very few situations where you'll succeed. I believe that if you don't pour your, especially this, like your heart into this, you can, even doing that, you can barely survive. But, I don't know, thanks to Kelly Ross, you're seeing this video, and Carlos, look at that X. It's hidden on the side. It's absolutely beautiful, you guys. Like I said, this is all real. One day I'll be out here in their secret lair, just chilling out, eating pine cones, and you guys will have no idea. I mean, you will, I'll tell you. Unless they tell me I can't tell you. Because that can happen, believe me. Things can happen. Not exactly that, but amazing things. And then you can't say anything. And if you do, they know, and they don't like it. I have 100 examples of that I can tell you about. I keep seeing things going like this behind me. Like a bird, but like a flash of lightning. It's been happening the whole time I've been here. See how that actually, like if you were walking up, you'd never see it. It's behind that tree, and it's behind the other tree. And then there's your X. Look at this amazing forest. They all live in there, you guys. It's all real. Some of the timestamps lately. John Guy, let me tell you something, John. I don't just say this because John helps me. John doesn't need to help me. He's mastered this subject. Okay? Like in a sense. The UK master. He is getting timestamps every day. I think they're blown away by him being there and his knowledge. And you know what else? Because of John and Eileen and people like that in the UK, I know that those guys know who I am. You guys, I have people sent to me all the time by these guys. Mark, you're not going to believe this, but I didn't believe in Bigfoot. They're apparently in my backyard and want me to send you $50. Okay, so if you thought this was hard to believe, you wouldn't believe the human stories I have to tell. And I asked them today, because this isn't really the place I thought it would happen, but I did ask them. Look what they've been. They are so active right here, right now. If they could please give me footprints right now. Brand new footprints in the snow is what I want. Just for you guys. And for me too, but I don't need them, but I want to show you, like, look, I asked them and they did it. Because it happens. And I think if I did that at the right place, they would. I'm not sure which place, though. Because it's blatant. They're not supposed to give me stuff that I can convince you. Like, in other words, physical evidence. So the work they want you to see, it's a way to show everyone this is real without putting their faces on, things like that. There's something about eye contact. I haven't figured it out yet. like direct eye contact. It's okay if we look at each other 100 yards away, but him standing here, oh, I never finished. Sorry about that. Look at that. So if a dog, I was sorry about the Dogman thing. So if you ever did find yourself like that, he just steps out and he's not doing anything except looking at you like he wants to maybe hurt you. You're not supposed to be there. Take a knee. Okay, so the first thing you do is look down. Never keep eye contact. Look, you submit is what you do. As the baby little sissy we are, okay? Because humans are not cool. We're not tough. We invent things that make us tough, okay? No human's tough, okay? Only against other humans. Not out here. Bring Dwayne Rock Johnson out here for 2 nights, and we'll see how tough he is. You know what I mean? Take your eyes away, and take a knee. He'll either lift you up by your chin, or you're dead. One or the other. Remember, but I've been showing this, like in other words, it's hard for me to remember because I film it, but not like just a portion of that you see. So that's when I say, like, I'm not sure if I did it or not because I don't know if you saw it. So, but as I'm going by, I'm like, they made the most amazing spot back here, right? I haven't been here in 2 years. I've been by it hundreds of times, but not back into the spot. So I thought it'd be interesting. It's a perfect day for it for me. Oh, it's chilly. It's gonna be beautiful though. It's early still. Let's just go see if they did anything more blatant at this spot. See these guys, look at this, you guys. I can't remember what I found here. I just remember like they developed this new spot. Of course they have a trail. Where is it? Guys, I can't even describe it. I don't know how well, but everything's like bent and tucked in and stuff like that. Let's just walk right in there. I'll make this quick. I think there were seats in here. That's why I want to see if they've been blatant in this. Just really quickly, I want you to see how some of them do it. You guys, I watched this happen. Sorry, watch this. It's so busy, you may miss it. Like, you may not be able to appreciate it. See these two? Look, they're an X. Okay? And they do all kinds of amazing things. You couldn't take this stuff apart if you tried. Look. At that. That's so amazing. I have never been by here. Look at the triangle. Without saying something to them. X, that makes an X right there. Where's their seat? I know with this there's a seat. Look at the triangle. Look how it's like nowhere else. It's so hard to see it, but it's all here. Yeah, they come right in here. See, here's their walkway. Sorry if it's hard to see. This is the bend of the road. So there's the road, right? And it goes like this all the way out there. It goes pretty far that way, and then comes right here. I'm parked right there, and it's like they sit here and watch the road. Let's find their spot. Why do they have to go through all that to be here? Hold on, I gotta zip. Let it bounce because I gotta zip my jacket. Oh, it's cold. I'm out of the sun. Here we go. All the snow is melted here. And there's no growth. So here's where they're running around. We got a truck coming up. So let's see how they do it. You can see, it's so blatant, you guys. Look at this. Here's their seats. Hey, there's some big truck coming up here or something. Here, let's hide. I don't want him to see me. I mean, I don't care really, but... Oh, he's going snowmobiling. Let's see. Then I got to show you this, because then I got my best buddy down there, who I might go in and see. I've never walked in. He's the only guy that ever whistled to me in the wintertime. That could be interesting. See? They sit here. Nobody looks. There's a car coming. I'm blocking the road, basically, right? The two giant trees there, pines, are tridents, okay? Look back at that. See the teepee structure? It's amazing. I don't know why they decided to put this here when they have, like, the world behind them. Here's this lookout, you know? And then here they are, right here. What is this, Grand Central Station? It's all hunters. It's crazy. There's another car coming. Wow. This all happens right, they just watch you. They'll be like right here watching you. And then, like that's me going. Just believe me, I see myself from their side. Complete idiot. Watch this. See how it's like, you can tell where the green grass is, and then where they go is right here. Right here. I see hoof prints. He's right here. I'm telling you. I think they don't even move. Like he just stands right here. A car can be that close, the car can't see. The eyes can't see him. Go by with your camera, you might catch him. See this? All right here. Look how this structure, this aspen comes into that one from there, and it's field gold. It's all them. There's no way if that could happen without someone doing it. You could leave that thing in the middle of a hurricane for 20 years, and it'll never end up like that. It's an amazing thing. This guy's probably gonna see it. I don't really care. Yeah. It's all hunters, you guys. I can't believe how many of them. Look at that. I can't believe how many people are up here hunting. You know, what's really sucks about it is, you know, these are deer I see all year long. Like I see them, I feed them, like I become like, you almost have like a little relationship with them, you know, and these guys are going to murder them. How am I supposed to feel about that? Watch this. Look at it. It's all hunters. That guy's not up here because he needs food. He's driving a $65,000 truck. Okay, he can afford Wendy's. It just bothers me. These are my friends. Right there. I don't care. If you hunt, I'd save it because I don't care. Look right here. Whatever you have to say about it is going to be meaningless to me. You don't stand out here. You just do what you've been taught to be okay. You don't know what's okay. It was up to us as people to make those decisions early on. So since people have been doing it for all time, you think it's okay. I'm not saying, I mean, the Bible even says the animals are for us. So I'm not arguing. My dad will tell you, my dad would shoot something to eat in 2 seconds. Give me 1 sec. You guys, I'm so sorry about the stupid humans. Look at this, you guys. Right here. And then not only is it all right here. Sorry, I could stay in here for the next 2 hours and do a video. I don't want to do that to you. That's a try down. All right, they do it all right here. Isn't that amazing? And then of course, even if you saw something, you couldn't stop because it's straight up. You'd have to like go all the way around, come up, you know what I mean? They just sit here. I can't figure out exactly when, you know? There's all kinds of recent disturbances too, like today. That's so cool. I've been wanting to come into this spot for 2 years when I saw when they first made it. Like there was nothing here, and then they made it. It looked like this. It was nothing. And then so every time I go by, I'm like, I gotta go in there, I gotta go in there. And then here I am. Yeah. They did all that. So everything you're seeing, it's hard to understand. I don't understand it, but they did it. You see how there's the walkway structure, right? It's all underneath. This is all them. No, you're not going to see any footprints. They can walk. You can see even me. There's just nothing you can see. Look at this. I do see some impressions though. We get footprints in the snow. I'll probably get you some before the season's up. Like I'm not even going to show them to you unless they're just blatantly have toes on them. I don't want any like I think it might be them. And then here's their border. See, as you're walking up, like they really are bordering in that spot. Now, I think they do. You guys want to know this is just my opinion. That's all this is. I think they do all this. Some of it's to hide among humans, but most of it is internal. That's what I believe. They're hiding from each other. Not these guys in this region, but I think there's other beings that we're not aware of, you know, and problems. Look, it's the battle of the unseen world. It's in the Bible. Help me out with these spots if I put this in. You'll notice, I'm not going to show you structures, see if you notice anything unusual, right? You'll see the structures. Everything you see, so anywhere it's twisted up, it's all structures. None of that's an accident. It's all tucked, twisted, fit together so it'll never come apart. It's just very hard to see because it's all small, right? That one you can tell. And then you go through this all, and then it's all in front. It's the same idea as where I was today. It's an incredible mountain of insanity big, giant structures and seats, right? And then you come down, they have the front yard, they do all the structures, and then one year they did that, which is what I showed you earlier. I don't know how I'm showing this, but I'll show you that spot. So I'll either put it in after this or I've already showed it to you. You know what I mean? So it's a confusing thing. How am I supposed to know? Like what that is? Like all I know is it's theirs. I can't. I guess I just want to know myself is why I always talk about it, because I really do want to decipher like what's what in their worlds. It really I think is important, but I don't know. I mean. And I've wanted to go down here. So here's the special seats, right? You can see how everything's weird. There's their X above his seats, right? Across the street, I got my only whistle I've ever gotten in the wintertime. And it was the most distinct, unbelievable hello. It's on video. I don't know where it is because it's on YouTube, on one of my videos. In the winter. I have no idea. I do so much, you guys. I don't categorize it. I mean, it's just too hard by the time. I never have any time, you know. I just want to come back out, you know. Hold on a second. I think I did this recently, but I want to do it again. He's right there. That's his rock. I don't know what he is. I've never seen him. I've never time-stamped him, but he's right there. And he wanted me to know, and he likes me. I know he does. Just from that moment, I know. Trust me. He would never have made that noise. I begged them in the middle of the summer. And yet in the winter, in 6 feet of snow, that dude's like it was so good, and it came right from that rock. And every time I go by, there's a new stick on it. It's so fascinating to me, this subject. See, the thing is, I don't have to question. Like, I've been involved, I've seen them, been there, watched them. You name it. It's a Trident X too. It's an X at the bottom, and that's a Trident at the top. It's one of those low X's, but it's perfect. And there's this whole situation back there. And that's what makes me think, like, this is actually different from up there. It's so confusing. Jetty's girlfriends. These are the ones he's just screaming at. He's calmed down a bit with it because I think he's realized they're not coming. Like, they'll come over and say hi, but he can't get over the fence. So that's pretty cool, right? This is all state land. I've done a bunch of clips. I don't think they make it in. It's not like things make it into my video. It's just me, but I don't want to bore you out of your mind. Because, like I said, I know you can turn it off, but I don't know. Some people are like my friend. Like, I have some really faithful friends in this, and I think sometimes they'll sit there and listen to me even when they don't want to. I don't want to do that to them. Because with me, you never know. Like, I could bore you to death for like 10 seconds, and then something really cool might happen. So sometimes you have to watch just in case. I try to make it that way. All right, so you guys, listen. Have a great day. Thanks for watching this video. This is my tough time. It's just a struggle within my own mind. There's nothing else. I love this. I don't like to put it, you know, I'm not talking about today, but like once the real snow and the cold come, it's really hard for me but at the same time, I've realized that I'm not making excuses, that it's what makes this so special up here. You know, if I had easy access 365 days, I don't know, I think it would become too normal. I think being locked out of there half the year or so, or, you know, 5 months of the year, it's what really makes it special for me. It's like, I don't know, I do time. It's like I have to do a prison sentence every year. You know, I'm still involved. I'm involved with people in this every day, and I'll still make videos and I'll still do stuff, but I don't know, I don't like being locked away from them, but I've determined that that's what makes it so great, you know. Our time is so limited with them, you know, at least here.